Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to Fight Master Yoga. I'm Leslie Fight Master, and today's class is fun-loving, full-body yoga stretch for women. Fight Master Yoga is the place where you don't have to be perfect. It's not all about the pose. So we get tight in our bodies, so we're going to work on stretching out some of those cranky areas so that you feel really, really good. Stress makes us tight, sitting, being on our computer. So let's get started. Sit up nice and tall in a comfortable seat. Any comfortable position is perfect. And if you want to sit up on something, you'll lengthen your spine and get a little more space in your hips. Take a couple deep breaths, close your eyes. Each inhale, feeling the breath move through the body, allowing you to sit up just a little bit taller. Each exhale, releasing any tension in the body. And let's take our hands together in front of the heart, creating our intention. May your practice be your reminder to breathe, slow down, and always look for the good in others as well as in yourself. And releasing the hands, and let your eyes softly blink open. Good. So just remain seated in any comfortable position. If you're cross-legged like I am, we're just going to switch the cross. I'm going to do a little work for the neck because that is a place that definitely gets cranky. So taking your right ear to the right shoulder. And now inhale, sweep your right arm up and just let it rest on your head. You don't have to pull, just a little extra weight is enough, but drop that right shoulder. And now take your left arm out, flexing your wrist. You can feel all the way down the side of the neck, through the fingertips, and breathe here. Remember to breathe in and out through your nose wherever possible. But if you are congested, then please breathe through your mouth. Let's take another long, smooth breath in and out here. And then release and bring your head back to center. And we'll do the other side. So left ear toward left shoulder, taking your left hand and just rest it, but drop this left shoulder. And now right arm out and flex your wrist and breathe here. Just remember, every inhale, imagine you can just feel the breath expanding through your whole body. As it expands, it releases any tension, any blockages. And every exhale, just letting go of anything that you might be carrying around with you that is no longer serving you. And then we'll come back to center, inhale. And now we'll take the soles of the feet together and knees apart, Baddha Konasana feet. So if you're kind of tight or you have knee issues, feel free to put pillows or blocks right here under your thighs. And just sit up nice and tall to begin. There's my little knee pop. So for many, this can already feel like a big stretch, and you can take your hands right behind you and stay right here. For those who want to feel a little deeper stretch, bring your hands in front. Inhale, lead with your chest. You're going to hinge from your hips. Exhale, walk forward any amount. If you're comfortable with it, you can even let your head go. Maybe resting it on your hands or on a yoga block. Now breathe here and imagine that the breath is traveling from the base of the spine to the crown of your head as you inhale. And then back down, crown of head toward base of spine on your exhale. And Relaxing any tension in your neck, in your head. You can even move your head a little side to side. Just let it be heavy. And then as you take your next inhale, just walk yourself up slowly. And then extend the right leg out to the right and pull this left heel in, if it will. And again, this could feel like a lot sitting this way, and you can stay as you are, or turn with both hands on either side of your left leg and inhale. Exhale to come forward. This is your right leg, not your left. I get them confused. Staying up or going deeper, or last option, right arm in front of the leg, roll your chest open, reach up through the left arm, and then start to reach it over. So you can get a nice side stretch as you're stretching your hamstrings and hips. If you can reach the foot, grab it. If not, keep this arm up, whatever works for your body. Because it's all about what feels right to you. And it's never about how deep you get into a pose. That's not yoga. Yoga is connection, balance, and being your authentic self. Take another breath here. And then as you take your next inhale, we'll make our way back up and then switch sides. So we'll bend the right knee, extend the left leg. Just remember option 1, you can stay here or come a little bit forward. Option 2, hands on either side of the leg, lengthening, hinging from the hips forward any amount. And then option 3, as my mat's getting a little bit messed up, left hand in front of the leg, open up the chest, reach your right arm up toward the ceiling, stay there, or sweep it across. So any of these options are available. Can you hear did you hear my back? Oh my goodness. It does it a lot actually. Any of these options are available. Just make sure that you're not experiencing any pain. Now stretching could be called pain, but it's a different feeling than actual sharp pain. Sharp pains are no good in yoga. Stretching, feeling that a little discomfort from the stretch is okay, but even there, doesn't have to be super, super intense. Take another breath here. And now we'll come on up, inhale. And then back to center. We're going to come onto hands and knees onto table. Wrists under forearms and knees under hips. Spread out your fingers as you inhale. Bring your chest forward. Lift your chin and tailbone up. Draw shoulder blades toward waist. As you exhale, press away from the floor. Pull your ribs and belly in, rounding your back. And we'll do 2 more of those. So inhale, widening the collarbones. Bring your heart forward. Look up. Exhale and round. Pull the belly in and up as you press away from the floor. One more time. Inhale, widen across the collarbones. Get nice and stretched out in the front of the body. Exhale, round the back. Press away from the floor, stretching out the back body. Now we'll come to neutral. So remember, pull your belly in, lift up through your pelvic floor. Extend your right leg out, just off to the side, and press down through the base of the big toe, little toe, inner outer heel. And get your heel, knee, and hip all in the same line. Now as you inhale, lift your left arm up toward the sky, little twist, and as you exhale, sweep it under the right. So it's a thread the needle variation. So you can take your right fingertips and just keep them on the floor. With your left hand, if you can reach your foot, you can make peace sign fingers and grab that big toe. You can also bring your right hand to your low back or reach around to hook it onto the thigh. And also pull your right hip back so that your hips stay level. Take deep breaths here. If you've got your hand behind you, try and roll that top shoulder open, allowing your collarbones to widen, stretching out your heart. And then we'll unwind, so taking the right hand back. Keep the right foot where it is for now, but take the hands back to table. And then lift that right leg up and sweep it back with the toes facing the floor, pulling the belly in, and then bring it all the way across behind your left foot. And now shift your hips over to the left and then turn your head to look at that left hip. So get a little stretch through the side body. You can push that hip out a little bit so you can stretch the right side. Take one more breath here. And then from here, look forward. We're going to take that right leg to the outside of the right foot for lizard pose. Now you can always have your hands up on blocks here. If you need padding under your back knee, pad it up. If you want to go in a little bit deeper, come to your forearms and breathe here, just a few breaths. Relaxing shoulders, relax your jaw. You can even let your head go. Now, if you are on your forearms, walk yourself back up onto your hands. Keep your left hand planted down. We're going to reach up through the right arm, and you can stay right with this, or start to roll. Take your right toes out to the right. Roll onto the little toe side of your back foot, lifting the back leg up into this twisting lizard. It's a good twist. It's also a nice hip opener, and it's kind of fun to do. Just a couple breaths here, relaxing the shoulder. And then inhale, make your way back to table. Walk your hands about a handprint in front of your shoulders. Spread your fingers. We're going to come to down dog. So as you stretch back, walk your feet as wide as your mat, keeping the outer edges of your feet parallel, and then walk your hands also as wide as your mat. You can even grab the sides of your mat if that works better for you. And now start to bicycle your legs. Just bending one knee and the other. Take another breath here. Bending both knees and stretching back. Pull your ribs and belly in. And then walk your hands back to shoulders distance and bring your knees back down into table. And we'll do the other side. So the left leg comes out. Make sure that foot is flat on the floor, lining ankle and knee and hip. Inhale, lift the right arm up for a little twist. Exhale, sweep it underneath the left arm. And then your left fingertips, press them onto the floor to help with your twist. If you can reach those toes over there, make your little peace sign fingers and grab the big toe only if you want to. An option for left hand to come to low back or hook on the thigh. But pull this left hip back. And we'll breathe here. Nice, long, smooth breaths. And see if there's any place in your body that's holding a lot of tension. I mean, we need to use our muscles for the shape of the pose, but some places, like around the neck, the jaw, those places don't have to be tensed. So see if you can release any tension there. Take one more long breath. We're going to keep the leg as it is, but unwind our twist. Bring the hands back as they were for table, wrists under shoulders. And then lifting that left leg up, bring it back, pointing the toes down so your hips are level, and then sweep it across to the outside of your right foot. Now, start to shift your hip, your right hip over to the right, and look at your right hip. So your whole left side gets a nice stretch. Remember to keep that breath steady. And now inhale. We're going to take the left foot to the outside of the left hand for lizard. And remember to pad up the back knee if it needs any padding. You can stay right here on the hands, or you can put hands on top of blocks, or come onto the forearms. Always your choice. You never have to go into the deepest expression of a pose. Some days it might feel like that's the place to be. Other days it might not. So your body is different on different days, and it's your job to connect and honor. So if you are down on your forearms, you can make your way back up onto your hands, and keeping your right hand down, we'll inhale and reach up through the left arm for a twist. So you can stay right here, or option to take your left toes out to the left, roll onto the little toe side of your back foot, lifting that leg up and twisting in a little bit deeper. So pressing out of that shoulder, pulling in your ribs and your belly, because this one, it's a little tricky, or it can be. 3. Keep the breath even and steady. 2. And back to table. Again, walking the hands about a handprint forward. Spin your inner elbows forward. Press the thumb first finger side of the hand down to downward facing dog. And still bicycling the legs as you like. And you let your head go a little bit. And draw in through the ribs and the belly, nice and firmly. Keep the ribs pulled in, belly in and up. Come to plank. Shoulders in the same line as the hips, but you can always feel free to take your knees down at any time. Not staying that long. If your knees are up, lift them toward the ceiling. Now shifting shoulders, knees can be up or down. We're coming all the way to the belly as you exhale. And then take your hands and interlace at your lower back. Pull the belly in, lengthen butt to heels. Roll your shoulders away and lift, Shalabhasana. Feet about hips width apart, inner thighs lifting up. Nice wide open heart. Stretching that heart energy all around. Breathing. And let it go. Slide your hands by your low ribs. I could hear my kids upstairs doing something. Inhale, little cobra or an up dog. And then just take your knees down, a little wider than usual, and take your hips back to your heels in extended child's pose, or rest your head on your hands, child's pose. Relax. Just 2 more long breaths here. And then we'll walk ourselves up. Shift your hips off to one side so you can sweep your legs in front. Carefully lower onto your back, hugging knees in for a moment. So here, draw your shoulders away from your ears and lengthen your sitting bones down toward the floor to stretch out your back. A little side to side action is always good. And then keeping all of that length in your lower back and around your neck, make your way into your final resting pose. Let your feet flap open. Bring your arms a little bit away from the sides of your body with your palms up. And then just release your breath to natural breathing. Releasing the tension between the eyebrows. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana. This quote is from Yoga Doll Bliss. Some days you eat salads and you go do yoga. Some days you eat cupcakes and refuse to wear pants. It's called balance. Make it a good day. Right where you are, take a slightly deeper breath in. As you exhale, begin to make some movements in your fingers and your toes. And stretch out through your arms and your legs. And then bend your knees, roll yourself off to your right side and just pause there for a moment. As you pause here, take a moment to honor yourself. Honor yourself for the wonderful person that you are and for showing up today and taking your practice. Good work. Now use your left hand to come up. Let your head come last. Back to our comfortable seat. Bringing your hands together. Hands to your forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to your heart, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. Hands to your mouth, reminding you to have clear and loving communication, sending out this positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Your core muscles include your personal power center. This is where your confidence comes from, your authenticity to be you. To strengthen these muscles will not only help with your yoga practice, but it will help you become your best self. I've created a class. Click the link below to focus on strengthening those muscles. And if you're looking for more full body yoga stretch, click right here.